Welcome to S141, Army Health System and HR Support for the Warfighter. In this lesson, we'll dive into the Army's medical and personnel support structure, vital for sustaining operations and ensuring our soldiers remain combat effective. We'll cover the roles, functions, and key processes that underpin both health and human resources support across echelons, focusing on how each contributes to overall force readiness. The Army Health System, or AHS, plays a critical role in combat power by providing health services that conserve fighting strength. AHS is divided into two primary functions: health service support under the sustainment function and force health protection under the protection function. These functions work together to manage everything from preventative health measures to direct medical support for casualties in the field. Understanding AHS is essential for managing the medical needs of soldiers at all stages of a deployment. The AHS is organized into 10 medical functional areas, or MFAs. These include medical treatment, evacuation, hospitalization, and medical logistics, among others. Each area addresses specific health support needs and is designed to be adaptable to the demands of various operational environments. By aligning these functions, the AHS ensures comprehensive health coverage on and off the battlefield, keeping soldiers mission ready and providing a high standard of medical care when needed. Our agenda for this part of the lesson covers key topics within the AHS. We'll look at the Army Health Systems framework, its planning principles, and the roles of medical support from basic treatment at the point of injury up to specialized care. Our objectives focus on understanding how sustainment supports multi-domain operations, including health and personnel services. This lesson includes topics such as the role of Corps and Division surgeons, the role of AHS, and the medical functional areas, and planning considerations for CASEVAC and medevac operations. Later, during the section on human resources, we'll look at the HR support structure and capabilities. The HR part of the lesson will feature planning considerations for HR matters such as casualty, replacement, and postal operations. Here are the 5 key takeaways for the Army Health System. The AHS is a complex, interdependent system requiring medical command and control for effective coordination. The AHS is split between Health Service Support, HSS, and Force Health Protection, FHP. The 10 medical functional areas of AHS cover all aspects of medical support. We'll review how medical evacuation relies on dedicated resources and note the differences between that and casualty evacuation, or CASEVAC. Finally, you'll see how medical units are scalable to support operations from the division to the theater level, enhancing flexibility and readiness. The Army Health System is part of the broader military health system and supports both training and operational phases. The system is split between the sustainment and protection warfighting functions, meaning it addresses both reactive and proactive healthcare needs. This slide highlights the interdependent nature of AHS functions, which require medical command and control to ensure the availability and effective allocation of medical resources. At every command level, A command surgeon oversees AHS execution. Their role includes planning, coordinating, and ensuring the success of health operations in support of command objectives. The surgeon staff works closely with sustainment and protection cells, making the command surgeon essential in ensuring that health resources are allocated efficiently, particularly for critical areas like casualty estimates and medevac coordination. Surgeon cells collaborate with protection and sustainment cells across various echelons. At the theater, corps, and division levels, chiefs oversee protection and sustainment, while at the brigade and battalion levels, the S3 handles protection and S4 handles sustainment. Force health protection aligns with protection, and force and health service support, HSS, aligns with sustainment. The surgeon oversees all AHS support with the surgeon cell staff aiding in planning and advising the commander on medical capabilities. The staff also coordinates with other operational functions to support AHS needs across the force. The principles of AHS, conformity, proximity, flexibility, mobility, continuity, and control, guide medical planning and execution. These principles ensure that AHS support aligns with the tactical plan, is responsive to operational needs, and provides continuous, high-quality care to maintain combat power. These fundamentals help commanders adapt medical support as operational demands change, ensuring that resources are used optimally. Casualty estimates are vital for planning health support. They inform requirements for evacuation, treatment capabilities, and logistical support. The G1 is responsible for initial casualty estimates, but inputs come from across staff sections and help to refine these numbers. Accurate casualty projections enable planners to adjust resources, such as medevac or Role 3 facilities, so that they can meet the anticipated demand for care. A core mission of AHS is to return soldiers to duty quickly, maximizing combat power retention. The medical priorities here include maintaining health, saving lives, clearing the battlefield of casualties, and providing high-quality care. Efficient planning ensures the availability of resources to address immediate medical needs while preparing soldiers to rejoin their units as soon as possible. The AHS operational framework is organized to cover the full spectrum of care from point of injury to Role 4 facilities back home. This layout allows the Army to deliver comprehensive, staged medical support at the point of need. Each role of care adds capabilities starting with immediate care in the field and progressing to more advanced treatment and recovery as patients move rearward. Medical brigades provide scalable capabilities, including specialized teams and hospitals that can be configured to meet mission-specific needs. Medical brigades coordinate resources like field hospitals, multifunctional medical battalions, and support companies. Their modular structure enhances flexibility, ensuring the right level of medical care is available across various operational settings. Here we see the distribution of medical resources across the four roles of care. Role 1 provides immediate care, while Role 2 adds capabilities like X-ray and lab services. Role 3 introduces surgical care. Role 4 offers definitive care stateside. Each role is essential, ensuring the continuity and progression of care based on the patient's condition and operational demands. This slide has been animated to help you understand the basic steps involved with the evacuation of casualties on the battlefield. So we distinguish between medevac and casevac, noting that both are essential for casualty movement through the roles of care. Medevac uses dedicated medical assets with in-transit care, while casevac may involve non-medical platforms without onboard medical support. Effective planning of these evacuations is crucial for maintaining patients with the right facilities and maintaining a seamless flow of care. So, take a moment on your own to observe this process as depicted by the animated symbols and objects on this slide. So the modular hospital center offers scalable hospitalization capabilities, supporting anywhere from basic care to intensive surgical needs. Its flexibility allows medical planners to tailor hospital capacity to mission demands, providing services like surgery, ICU, and trauma care. The modular approach enhances readiness by enabling medical resources to scale up as operational needs evolve. This slide illustrates planning factors for hospital deployment, including timelines for initial operational capability and full operational capability, IOC and FOC. Hospital centers require significant logistical support from fuel to life support contracts and typically need about 7 days for setup. Understanding these factors is crucial for coordinating hospital centers in operational settings effectively. Here we have a summary of the logistical requirements for a Role 3 Army hospital center, detailing the resources needed to sustain operations at this level of medical care. Role 3 facilities are designed to provide advanced treatment and stabilization, requiring significant support in terms of diesel, gas, power, water, and operational space. As we can see, daily needs include some excess of 500 gallons of diesel, nearly 3,000 gallons of gas, and about 2,400 kilowatts of power. This breakdown highlights not just the medical capabilities, but the infrastructure required to operate effectively in the field. Housing space and transportation assets, which may include trucks, rail, airlift, these are all essential to support personnel and supplies. Altogether, these resources ensure that Role 3 facilities can sustain patient care, surgeries, and other critical functions. The key takeaway is understanding how we shape medical decisions for commanders and provide the necessary support for our medical enablers. This logistical awareness is crucial for sustaining effective medical operations in a deployed environment. This slide provides an example overview of the Medical Common Operational Picture, or MEDCOP. This example illustrates the Phase 1 concept of health service support and force health protection during divisional operations. Here we see the deployment of medical assets and evacuation routes mapped across the operational area to support casualty care from the point of injury back to higher roles of care. This MEDCOP provides commanders with a clear visualization of medical support locations, evacuation resources, and asset distribution, all critical for maintaining medical readiness and combat power in the field. So this has been a brief overview of the Army health system. So take a minute to review the top 5 takeaways once again. Okay, now let's shift focus and talk about human resources support to the warfighter. This slide introduces the second half of our lesson, focusing on human resources support within sustainment operations. We'll cover 2 main topics. The first, HR support providers and their integration with sustainment. HR units play a crucial role in coordinating personnel services that directly support the Army's ability to sustain operations. By integrating with the broader sustainment network, HR functions ensure that forces are manned, ready, and supported logistically. HR wartime functions and their impact on combat power. Key wartime HR functions, such as personnel accountability, casualty and replacement operations, and postal services, are essential to maintaining combat effectiveness. These functions directly impact unit readiness and morale, supporting the overall mission by ensuring soldiers have the resources they need, even in challenging operational environments. So we'll refer to key doctrinal publications, including FM 1-0 and FM 4-0, as well as ATP 1-1.1 and ADP 4-0, which outline HR and sustainment operations. These references provide a framework for understanding how HR support enhances combat power and ensures that our forces remain effective and ready. On this slide, you can see the top 5 takeaways for HR support in sustainment operations. Together, these takeaways highlight the importance of HR as a core element in the Army's sustainment strategy, ensuring that soldiers are well supported, accounted for, and ready for continued operations. This slide presents the big picture of HR support and its role in sustaining combat power across operations. Human resources is a vital part of the Army's sustainment framework, specifically within the personnel services domain. By managing personnel readiness, HR supports the overall sustainment function, which includes logistics, health services, and financial management. HR functions ensure the Army remains fully manned and operationally ready. This includes everything from tracking personnel accountability to coordinating replacements for casualties. Effective personnel services allow units to maintain strength and respond dynamically to operational needs. This slide focuses on theater HR capability, outlining how HR support is structured and delivered across a theater of operations. In large-scale operations, theater-level HR units, such as the Theater Personnel Operations Center, the TPOC, and the HR Operations Center, HROC, provide centralized coordination of HR functions. These organizations are critical for managing personnel services across vast areas and multiple units, ensuring a consistent and effective HR support structure. Theater HR capability relies on multifunctional HR staffs that are equipped to handle a range of tasks from casualty tracking to replacement operations. These teams work closely with sustainment elements to provide comprehensive HR services tailored to the needs of the theater. This slide covers the roles of the S1 and G1 staffs in delivering HR support at various echelons within the Army. S1 and G1 staffs serve as the primary advisors to commanders from battalion up through the theater level. Their role is to provide guidance on personnel readiness, accountability, and administrative functions to support the unit's mission. At the tactical level, the S1 sections in battalions and brigades focus on the internal HR needs of assigned and attached personnel. As we move up to the operational level, G1 staffs at the division and corps focus on broader HR support across larger formations. This slide highlights the roles of three key HR organizations at the theater and operational levels: the HR Operations Center, the HROC, the Theater Personnel Operations Center, the TPOC, and the HR Operations Branch, the HROB. The HROC operates under the G1 at the Army Service Component Command, Corps, and Division levels. It's responsible for planning, coordinating, and synchronizing HR operations across the area of operations. The HROC ensures that HR services like casualty tracking and replacement operations are aligned with the command's mission requirements. The TPOC is a multifunctional center managed by the Senior Sustainment Command, typically the TSC or ESC. Its primary role is to coordinate HR support across the theater, integrating HR capabilities with logistics and sustainment efforts to meet theater-wide needs. The TPOC is essential for maintaining a unified HR approach at the highest operational level. Located within sustainment brigades, division support brigades, and ESC distribution management centers, the HROB is responsible for the employment of HR units and coordinating HR support across assigned or attached units. It acts as a link between the TPOC and tactical HR elements, ensuring that HR resources are allocated effectively at the operational and tactical levels. Together, the HROC, TPOC, and HROB form a comprehensive network that delivers coordinated HR support from the theater level down to the brigade level, enabling consistent and reliable personnel services across the operational environment. This slide emphasizes the importance of integrating HR support with overall support operations, ensuring that personnel services are aligned with the sustainment and operational objectives of the mission. Integration with support operations means that HR functions such as casualty operations, personnel accountability, and replacement management are closely coordinated with logistical and sustainment elements. This coordination ensures that personnel needs are addressed alongside supply, transportation, and medical support. This is a build slide that highlights the units that actually deliver HR support of combat formations. Just like the TPOC and HROC, they are SRC-12 or AG Pure supporting units conducting HR functions. As the chart depicts, they are assigned to sustainment brigades and ESCs. This slide highlights the critical role of HR support in sustaining and enhancing combat power on the battlefield. HR support directly impacts combat power by ensuring that units are manned, equipped, and ready to perform their missions. Functions such as personnel accountability, strength reporting, and replacement operations keep units at full operational capacity, which is essential for mission success. Other functions such as postal operations and leave management contribute to soldier morale, which is an often overlooked aspect of combat power. This slide focuses on the role of HR support in personnel accountability and strength reporting, commonly referred to as PASR, and its importance in operational effectiveness. Accurate personnel accountability is fundamental to any military operation. HR support ensures that commanders have real-time data on the location, status, and readiness of all assigned personnel. This allows for informed decision-making and quick adjustments in response to operational needs. Strength reporting is the process of assessing and reporting the number of available, ready, and deployable personnel in a unit. By providing up-to-date strength reports, HR enables commanders to gauge their force's combat power accurately and identify any gaps in personnel that may impact mission success. So in short, HR support in PASR is essential for maintaining an accurate picture of force readiness, enabling commanders to keep their units strong, responsive, and fully prepared to accomplish the mission. This slide focuses on HR support in casualty operations, a critical function that ensures continuity and resilience within combat forces. One of the primary roles of HR in casualty operations is to accurately track and report casualties. This function provides commanders with real-time data on personnel losses, allowing them to understand the impact on unit strength and make informed operational decisions. HR is responsible for managing timely notification to next of kin and ensuring that all casualty information is accurately documented. This process is sensitive but crucial, as it provides families with important information and enables the Army to fulfill its obligation to those affected. By tracking, reporting, and responding to casualties efficiently, HR ensures that units remain resilient and ready to continue their mission. HR teams work closely with commanders to assess personnel gaps created by casualties, injuries, or redeployments. By identifying these needs promptly, HR can help maintain optimal unit strength and minimize disruptions to operations. Effective replacement operations involve coordinating the timely flow of personnel into units. HR teams manage the arrival, in-processing, and assignment of replacements to ensure they seamlessly integrate into their units and are operationally ready. HR support in replacement operations is vital for ensuring that units remain fully manned and ready for mission requirements. By effectively managing a replacement flow, HR helps sustain combat power, cohesion, and operational effectiveness. This slide highlights the role of HR in postal operations, an essential function for maintaining morale and soldier welfare, especially in deployed environments. HR support ensures that soldiers receive mail services, allowing them to stay connected with family and friends back home. This connection is crucial for morale, providing a personal link to loved ones that helps sustain mental and emotional resilience. Postal operations often face logistical challenges, especially in remote or hostile environments. So this has been an overview of HR support. So please review the takeaways, which may help you focus on important points that could appear on your exam. So this has been an overview of S141, the Army Health System, and HR support for the warfighter. Don't forget that this is simply an overview. This video is not a substitute for a comprehensive review of your readings and other lesson materials. Thank you very much.